Hey guys, how are you guys doing? Season's greetings, Happy New Year. I just want to say thank you to all those that took part in the contest that we just had. And the winners will be announced by the end of this video. That's for sure. So this video is basically a weekly analysis as to what we are to expect this week from the market. If you notice, President Donald Trump was inaugurated a few hours ago. And he's a very, very massive fan of the foreign exchange markets, both crypto and forex trading. So that means that our attention might be a little bit moved to the area of BTC, Ethereum, but mainly BTC, right? Because I've realized that for my time of backtesting and also trading it for the past 2 years now, since President Trump, sorry, is actually up there as per the president right now. Basically, this year and the next 4 years, there's money to make in the market. So I have my book again. I just labeled it January 2025 Review and Trades. Let the glory be to the Lord Jesus Christ. So I've written here in my book what I'm going to review. So I'm going to send videos, right? I'm going to first send videos today for let's say three currency pairs: Euro USD, GDP USD, XAU USD. That's gold. Then by the ending of the week, let's say Friday, I'll do USD CAD, USD JPY, and US 30. Right? Now, when I send all this out, I'm going to also drop some signals on the signal group. We've been dropping on the free signal group for a reason, right? Because we've been having what's what I want to use? Some few comments saying that, okay, they're trying to see how they can gather out to get into the VIP, which is just $30. So we have started to drop signals on the free to help people in that pursuit. And the whole contest was for the exact purpose of giving out to people. You understand? So yes, enough talk. Let's go straight into the market. Right. Okay, let me start. Yes, let me just share my screen in general. Let me just share my screen in general. Okay, yes. So, like I said, we're going to start with Euro USD. Presently speaking, I am on Euro USD, right? But I closed the trade just before this video started. All right, let me see if I can show that I closed the trade. It's a 50K prop firm account that I'm currently managing right now. So for the sake of transparency, I'm going to do this. Okay. So journal, where is it? History from, there's usually a date I can pick the history from. Okay, see the date here. Last week. Here. So let that just load. All right. So yes, so this is I don't know if you guys can see the prop firm account that we just opened. This is my iPad screen, sorry. So this is the prop firm account here. The profits that have been made on it significantly should be showing all the way down to the current one. We've just held this for the past, let's say, a week. Shouldn't be up to a week. It's a 50K account, right? It's a 50K account. I hope everyone can see that, right? On the VIP, I normally screenshot my trades on it. So that's it on that. Okay, let me see if I can put it a little bit more accurate. I'm doing this for the purpose of visibility, for transparency rather. So you see the trades that we've done so far on the Propfirm account, right? And you can see the Euro USD trade there and the GDP, which I'm going to show you. I closed it out today with $450, right? Beginning of this week, we were able to make over 1,000 plus from the same Euro USD as well. So yeah, that's that. So, okay. Let's start. So I'm going to first people have been asking me that have I switched to retail or have I switched to SMC? And the answer to that question is that I have not switched to either of them. I trade as to what the market shows me, right? I personally don't believe in the, sorry, I'm looking for my pen so I can note down things. I personally don't believe in, sorry, get my pen. So I personally do not believe in specific style. I'm someone that adapts to what the market shows in front of me. If the market shows me retail, then my knowledge of retail, I apply it. If the market shows me SMC, my knowledge of SMC, I apply it. I try to find a way to maximize things so that everything goes perfectly, right? So if you look at this, right, you see a little of retail, little of SMC here and there. This is basically our inducement and our breakout structure. This is our inducement right here, and this is our breakout structure right here. So this is our current trend. Here to here is our current trend. Yes. And yes, you can see the market is reacting on the daily time frame to push all the way up here. Right. If the market breaks out of here, then I know that I'm switching from a buy, sorry, from a sell to a buy, because we all know that the protected high is our change of character. But the market continues below these points, right? Then I know that the market is looking for buy stops and also trying to take out buy stop and also sell stops that are resting, liquidity that is resting over here, which is continuing the sell that was supposed to be seen on Euro USD and the rest. Right? So I'm buying to this inducement point, which it has already. Did it reach it? Okay, it's reached it exactly, right? So the reason why I close my trade is because what I'm doing right here, this is called counter trading. Let me go to the 4 hours so it can be more pronounced, right? The reason why I close this is because it's called counter trading, right? That basically just means that you're trading against the trend. That's what it basically means. If you notice, this is our inducement breakout structure. It's just wider because we're on a 4 hour time frame. You get? So like the reason why I closed out from here, I closed out here was because I'm doing counter trading. One, two, I don't intend to hold it for the rest of the day. But personally, I believe it's going to still buy up all the way to here before we start seeing significant drops for the continuation of itself. So what's my thought process behind all this? First thing first, in a new week, you always go to the weekly time frame. Is the reason why it's called a new week, right? But if you really want to have a broad view of things, it's best to go to the daily time, sorry, the 3 months time frame, top-down analysis from Dapper Willis. So obviously, the market has been on an uptrend, right? Lower low, higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low, forming another higher. We visited this in our last video. That's what it's supposed to do. But the market formed for us a double top, an M shape, a double top, right? So in the case of a double top, we all know that the market breaks out. And when you measure from here to here, it is equivalent to from here to here, right? Now, what the market is doing right now is that it has gotten to the neckline as well. And when it gets to the neckline of an M shape, it also gives us a reaction as to that M shape, which is why we see this massive bearish that is happening right here, right? So now it can continue to sell as to the M shape that we are seeing, the double top that we're seeing right here. It can continue to sell. So like, although that the double top has been used already, right? But since it touched our counter trend, right? Sorry, it touched our neckline. So now if you notice the distance from here to here is also equivalent to this point of interest I have on the weekly. So when it gets to that point of interest, I'm believing we're going to be seeing up moves to continue the market trend. But I'm going to work what the market is giving me as of date, which is the market is giving me sells due to this piece. But the overall piece of the cake is giving longs. Okay. So now I go to my weekly time frame, of course, with the knowledge that the thing hit the neckline, which is this, right? Then all this is a consolidation, basically. And it broke out of the consolidation, right? It broke out of the consolidation. Now it's actively on the sell. And that sell is going to get to the to this order block. At first, I was looking at the order flow, which is here, but I decided to refine it to the order block. You get, you can either follow the order block or the order flow, either one of the two. But even if it does follow the order flow, we still have quite some sell left in the market before we start seeing some buy movements. We still have the market all the way here. We still have like over 200 pips to be there about. Yeah, we still have 288 pips of sell if the market is following the order flow. But if it reacts off of the order block, then we even have over 500 pips of sell left, right? Now, for all this, I was able to analyze all this using this consolidation. I was able to analyze it using SMC, right? So SMC trading will tell you that we're using breakout structure, change of character, inducement, engineering liquidity, support and resistance, liquidity, right? Most people don't talk about that. The support and resistance zones that are there, the market uses it as liquidity sometimes to go up, but we can also call it breakout blocks, to be honest. Okay, so let me continue, sorry. For example, now, okay, let me focus. So we know what we're doing part time, so we don't get distracted, right? So if you notice, I stopped labeling the points because I'm using my own knowledge as to I understand what the market is doing. Though if you want to know how to do this, that is why we have a link below for our mentorship program. I'm trying to run it so I can do three currency pairs, explain my thought process as fast as possible. So now we have a change of character here, right? Then we also have breakout structure. This is inducement, breakout structure, liquidity engulfing order block, change of character, inducement. The market tapped off of this IFC candle, came down, gave a reaction. This whole leg is an inducement, basically, right? Then the market, this is a breakout block. Some can call it a support to resistance liquidity, but I call this a breakup block as well. This is the M that it formed in between as a reaction. The market came, also respected it again, and went all the way up, right? But if I'm to show you guys something, if I can just for a moment show you guys something, right? Just something. So this can actually be see that what the market did there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it just broke out. When it broke out, it took the resting liquidities off of this chart pattern that I just drew out. Then it formed a double top again, neckline here, broke out of the neckline, tapped for a retest, and sold all the way. See that thought process? So you can also use retail as well. Yeah, I'm just being detailed with SMC. You can also use retail as well. So now, obviously, this is our current high and low. Anything that is happening inside of this, all this inside movement is called internal trend rather. There's external and there's external, yes, and there's internal trend. So this is called internal trend, all these movements. So I was able to show you guys something. If you could just remember, I was able to I just showed you guys that chart pattern that played out. Let me see if I can go back to that. Yeah. See that chart pattern that played out. 1, 2, 3, 4 breakouts. Take out the liquidity that is resting up here. Then from there, started selling all the way down. That's simple, really. That's simple. So chart patterns are a form of liquidity as well. That should be in your head. Chart patterns are a form of liquidity as well. And I'm going to show you how on gold, especially in gold. This one can be, you actually have to use your mind eye. Sorry for saying mind eye. Just say your imagination, right, to actually see that. But I'm going to show you it on gold as well. It's very much clear. Broke out, sold from here to here is equivalent from here to here. If you do the measurement, then from there, we have a retracement upward. this is obviously, sorry. Oh, sorry. This is obviously our inducement here. And this is our breakup. This is our breakup structure. So the market just broke out, came for a retest on the counter trend line, sold all the way down, came back up again for an inducement takeout, then broke it again. So now we're currently here. This is our current market structure. This to this, and this is our current inducement, both on the daily and on the 4 hours, right? So the market has to take this out before I can start thinking of sales. I won't enter a sell unless the market takes this out. Even if the market does sell, it's not my sell. What am I trying to say? Sometimes you have to be disciplined. Not every trade in the market is your trade in the market. You understand? There are also other requirements that I have before I enter into a trade, but I'm looking out for that to happen. That has to happen. Again. Okay, then. I now go to the 4 hours. Need to be faster now. I'm going to go to this be faster now. The 4 hours, like I said, I closed out on this and I showed it on my screen. Or like, see that I closed out here. I gave me a total. I did 2 entries on Euro USD and GDP GU, basically GDP USD was 200 and something. The other one was, how's it called, 90 something. Sorry, it was 283 of GU, and also EU was 90 something. Oh, sorry, 100 and some 90 something, yeah. So that made total of 400 and something dollars. And the reason why I closed out early was because I'm counter trading, right? Counter trading takes a lot of mental resilience, meaning that you're going against trend. So the market is going to buy, but if your stop loss is not reasonable enough, that's why I put 50, 40. I usually put 50 when I'm counter trading, but that's fine. I noticed there was what I'm looking for now. This is a breaker block, a sell breaker block that was not respected. It didn't respect it, it broke through it. So I just did 50 of it and I put my stop loss below it. That's basically how I got this into this trade. Okay. So yeah, this is the inducement actually, because this no, so how is this the inducement? Because this is a full candle on its own, so meaning this is an up move alone, right? Anything that is inside here, right, is just within this up move. So at the end of the day, right, the market went up, went like this internal movement until it broke out. When it broke out, it didn't give another pullback. This is an engulfing liquidity candle. So basically, just from this point, sold all the way down. So everything else is internal movement. That's why this is our inducement. So yeah, that's it. So what am I saying in essence? I'm not going to sell it until I see a proper sell. What do I mean by that? Until the market takes out this inducement one, that's when I'll sell it. All right then. Then let's go to, I need to do that. It's already there. Let's go to GU. GU is basically the same thing. I already made a video previously about it, so I'm just going to go straight to the point with this. All right, so GU, I'll start from the daily time frame. I'll start from the daily time frame with GU. So now on GU, as we can see, should I start from the weekly so we don't get too confused? Okay, run through from the weekly. So GU on the weekly, GU is also giving us the double top on the 3 months, by the way. So the market came here, which is the neckline of the double top. As we can see, this is actually our inducement here. Yeah. So inducement, break of structure. This is a support to resistance schematic. Came up here, meaning that our current trend should be here to here, right? Should be here to here rather. Here to here is our current trend. But as you can see, the market has been selling heavily and will continue selling to here, to this point. Most assuredly, it's going to sell to here. So next thing, our sell target for GU is 1.19017. We're expecting the market to sell up to here. So now how to get on that sell? I go to my daily time frame, which is actually speeding things up so I can make the announcement for the winners. So now my daily time frame, what am I looking at here on my daily? All right, so this is basically the support to resistance that I was talking about. Inducement, breaker structure, another support to resistance schematic. Okay, so then breaker structure again, because this is the inducement here. Then obviously this, if you're looking at it from SMC, this is a breaker block here. That's a breaker block there. But that's by the way, anyways. I just did that because it supported chart pattern. So this is the breaker block. Now, support to resistance, support, broke out, resistance. Okay. Sold, took out the inducement. Then after that, counter trend line, breaker structure. This was the inducement on the 4-hour. Let me explain something. So now, see this, it broke out, swept liquidity, came up here. It didn't take out any inducement. It just kept selling after that. I didn't enter this. See how there's no, I didn't enter this. I entered this break from here to here. But I didn't enter this because it didn't follow my pattern of entry. There are different methods you can enter the market. We explain it in our mentorship. But I didn't enter this from this other opportunity that was here. Right? Because this was the inducement. Now, this is another inducement that is happening where, okay, no, this is the actual current inducement way up here. So expecting buys all the way up here before they enter the market. That's for the daily, but that's rather too long a stretch. So it's always best to check the 4 hours as well. Okay, so on the 4 hours, notice it didn't give any inducement after I broke this. This is not an inducement. Still, this is internal movement. You can argue with me and say, okay, did this, came up here, then went like this, then went like this, then went like this. You can argue with me and say that, but then this is the baseline for this uptrust. Everything else was just internal. The only way I would have entered this is if I was using single candle order block flow, because this took out the liquidity of this, making this order flow valid, making this order flow valid for the market to respect. Then from there, so, but I didn't use that method. So that's the reason why I didn't enter that trade. Although it was quite juicy, to be honest. Yeah. So now it's giving us another one. It's giving us another one, right? Now, the reason why I put my stop loss to be here, and my TP to be here for the buy that I'm expecting, is because this other block that we're seeing here is a liquidity order block. Look at liquidity of the previous candle, caused this breakout structure, has imbalance. It's a valid order block. So paraventure the market is to buy all the way up to here, all right? This order block should have the capacity to drop it down significantly well. You get, and every other thing here is mitigated. Unless the market wants to go up, sweep out this inducement and keep selling, that's possible. But from a rational point of view, this is where your stop or take profit should be. You have to continue to buy. But like I showed you guys, I closed out the trade, right? I closed out the trade on this buy. Closed it out. The reason why I closed it out was because counter trading, okay? So now we're going to go to gold, where I said I'm going to show you the example. So now on gold, yesterday, so this today, there was, like I said, the buy movement. I'm going to explain why it's going to get up to here. I'm going to do that. But yes, let's go to daily time frame. So for quite some time now, gold has been buying. It's been buying. It's been buying. Like no man's business has been buying, right? So we were able to get this buy that we had here. We were able to get it up to here. Glory to God for that massive profit. So now, over here, people were saying that gold was going to sell. I too was also saying that at some point, until I realized something, which I'm going to explain, right, in later ends. Don't argue with the trend. Unless you see the trend saying otherwise, don't argue with the trend. So now, on the 4 hours time frame, right? If I'm to analyze this, so inducement, break of structure, inducement, break of structure. Naturally, this is the change of character, meaning we're playing with from here to here for the current market structure. This is the inducement for that. That market swept once, swept the second time, right? So now when the market swept and did that, it gave us, where is this thing? Sorry. It gave us an M pattern, a W pattern. See this, it gave us a W pattern. So it first took out the liquidity of the W pattern, then it went down to take out resting liquidity orders here. That's why I indicated this there. I even said this on our VIP and free. Then after that, it now started going up, right? Started going up. Let me just do that. Sorry about that. Yeah. So it started going up, meaning that it's going to go up all the way past here. Now, with that in mind, it started first doing its whole come up, take out inducement, record structure, take out inducement, record structure. Now, we entered off this one because if you look at this from, right, that's the wrong place, from here to here, right, the market respected our 50%, right? That means our overall exit was here. We took this trade, thank God. So now this one, I actually overslept and missed this one. The market came from here to here, right? Tapped our 50, give a neck, broke our counter trend line between engulfing, and started buying, and it's still buying all the way to our overall TP of 0.27, which it's already almost there, right? So that's it for gold. So gold is still going to buy all the way to here, which is also following the analysis of the liquidity takeout of the chart pattern as I just previously stated. So what am I seeing in essence? Gold is buying, has been buying, and it will continue buying to 2743. We'll continue buying to 2743. You heard it here, guys, first. But it's still going to pump up by this night or tomorrow. If you enter from this, although this is a small margin, but if you still enter from here to here, you should be able to at least secure, since gold is very volatile, you can be able to secure at least 60 to 70 pips. Yeah. So yeah, that's it on that. I'll be sending signals on the VIP and also on the free later on after this. Now, for the winners, again, thank you so much for taking part in the competition. We really appreciate you so much. You're really doing a lot, right? So I'm looking at the iPad so I can check out our channel to the glory of God. So the winners are, okay, the slot was 5 people, but it was for 5 people, but only 3 people were actually very consistent in it, to be very honest. Only 3 people were actually very consistent in it. There were 61 comments, but only 3 people actually made the most out of it. So now, the winners are Tofumi, one of our mentorship students. Apparently, he wants to get into the VIP and also get funding. That's good. So how there's now Emeka China, which she told me his name was Marvelous. Right? He has been on my DM before. So the people that I like their comments on this video, in case you're wondering, those are the ones that won. Okay. So that is Tofumi, then Emeka. Oh, okay. Just the people that I only like their comments, I don't reply. I'm just liking their comments. Those are the people that won. Uh, mm, David. Yeah. Akinwale David. He's also up there. He's also a winner on that. So only, like I said, only three people actually took advantage of this. Everybody else didn't. But irrespective and irregardless, those three people, your funding is going to be from things are already ending the whole month of January. First week of February, we're going to reach out to those three individuals, right? First week of February, I'm going to give you a prop firms for $2,000, right? And we're going to add you to our VIP channel. And this giveaway is only for 1 month. After the month of February, continually, you will be paying the fee of $30 for our subscription. But the good thing is this, right? This is the good thing. You have a funded account. You're on the VIP channel. When we win, you win. When we also take losses, you also take losses. But thank God for our accuracy level. So we win more than we lose by a lot. Our accuracy level as of date is 90% as of date. So we win more than we lose by a long margin. So you will be able to pay for the next VIP, right? So the reason as to, oh, we can't afford it, maybe $30 is too much for you, these guys have made themselves an exception to that because we've taken the burden of funding and also the VIP for them for the month of February. So subsequent months, they'll be able to cater for themselves as to how serious they take the program. So that's just that. Thank you so much for sticking to the end. For those people that actually watch to the end, who knows, I can even do another giveaway for those guys that watch to the actual end of the video. Either ways, thank you so much. Like if you enjoyed it, sub if you loved it, share out. The description box has our Telegram channel, our free Signal group channel. All right. Subscribe, like, share, join in on our community. We are a fast growing community, right? Benefit from us and be sure that it will be an excellent moment. Take care of yourselves and do have a lovely, lovely week ahead. Or rather, a profitable week ahead. Amen. Glory to God. Later. So that's